Hey, welcome everybody. Carl Schilling with you again here today, founder and CEO of the Advocacy Network. And I wanted to talk to you today about the financial concierge. I want to talk to you a little bit about the state of the industry as we know it, as a life insurance agent and as a producer, and some of the difficulties, some of the things that really kind of make it very, very hard to succeed. Okay, so let's look at some of that. All right, let's start out again. Financial concierge is simply an identification, a method to differentiate yourself from all others. This way, you don't have to say, I'm an agent, I'm a broker, I'm a producer, I'm an associate, whatever it is, I'm an advisor, whatever title you want. The financial concierge makes you an advocate, which we'll look at here, far superior to some other things. So let's take a look at the state of the industry. Firstly, um, there are 920,000 agencies and brokerages in the US right now. Okay. There's also 911,000 agents, but that is always difficult to identify because it takes 2 years. Let's be honest. In 6 months, 8 out of 10 new agents are gone. They're out of the industry. They don't bounce around. They go, okay? Two are left, and one is left after 3 years. Now, some of those agents, like I say, in that 6 month period, they do kind of hang on or try to hang on because they believe that whatever the reason for the failure is that it's organizational based or it's something else, okay? However, within a 2 year period, licenses fall off. Okay, so the numbers always include many, many inactive agents due to that. Okay, so you have several types of agencies. You got a career agency, which is still very, very strong and in place, mostly with mutual companies, mutual carriers, New York Life, Northwestern Mutual, Mass Mutual, Guardian. Quite a few of the mutual carriers still carry a career agency force, which is great. It's a wonderful way to cut your teeth and come into the industry, and it probably is far superior to being independent, okay? Um, because you get the base, you get a chance 3 to 5 years. You want to go independent after that, you certainly can, but so many of those who successfully make it through the career agency first 3 years, they don't leave. They don't leave their companies. And again, they suffer the same poor retention of agents that any other agency does. Okay, it's the same numbers. Numbers don't change across the industry. Then you have the hierarchical agencies, won't, the Prime America's people helping people, Synergy, Symmetry, all of them. Basically, they bring you in independently. They put you at contract levels, and then they try to tell you that the best way to reach higher contract levels is to recruit more people, put more people under you, have a so-called base shop, combine that production, and off you go, right? Okay, so that failure ratio is extremely, extremely high. They just churn people out like butter, okay? Then you got independent marketing organizations, your FMOs, your IMOs, and that basically is for independent people who, for the most part, are running their own independent operation, okay? In the normal portion of the insurance industry, the way you build a normal agency, right? And then the product offerings in most of them, the product offerings outside of the independent marketing organizations and the career agencies, the product offerings are always single needs. So a single needs sale is a mortgage, you sell mortgage insurance, okay? It's out there, and everybody and their mother is involved in this. So any organization you join, you're out there pitching mortgage insurance or final expense. Those are your two things to trigger. And really, what's missing there is the ability to become a professional life insurance advisor, okay? A true financial concierge, because life insurance is a core asset and can be sold as such, but excuse me, when selling a single need, you're eliminating the entire process. You're eliminating the entire value proposition of what life insurance truly is, and that gets you the ability on that professional advocacy side. It gets you the ability to sell business and personal. Okay, because business owners have families and they have personal needs as well. Okay. So really, there's a new paradigm in selling that I'm trying to promote, all right? And through that paradigm, it's pretty simple. I'm not trying to create an agency, folks. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm not trying to develop some form of a hierarchy. Not really what we're looking to do. What I'm looking to do is to spread a message of financial independence. And through that, having a financial concierge as the sole messenger for that message. I like the model of the A.L. Williams, what A.L. Williams did from a modeling perspective in spreading his message, but the message was very, very poor. You know, the idea that all whole life insurance was bad and that whole life insurance should be totally avoided was a bad message. But look, he turned it into huge, several billion dollars, okay, operationally, all right. And then he sold off, and ultimately you get the remnant of everything, which is World Financial Group is one of the remnants of him, and um, you know, um, Primerica is a remnant of him. But and they still are spreading the same message, all right. So the message is really the core issue here, and the message is about financial independence. And it's about how business development and life insurance planning, proper life insurance planning, creates financial independence. Wealthy, wealthy people have known this for generations. And basically, the industry and the career agency industry predominantly moves out towards the high net worth arena. And that's where they believe that the people who can really maximize the asset of life insurance exist in the high net worth arenas, the higher wealth people. Okay. But the truth is, the middle class can also benefit and use the same tools and create financial independence just as the wealthy can. And that's what the middle class millionaire plan is all about. So really, what we're doing here is spreading a message of financial independence versus single needs, right? And would like to see you securely differentiated from all competition. That's your separator. Okay. You got a unique and attractive message. And basically, instead of part-time agents, instead of this other kind of model, affiliates is a far wider and wider ranging and better ability because affiliates, a person could become a licensed affiliate or they could become a non-licensed affiliate. But either way, they could determine whether this career might work out for them. Okay. But they can create some serious income for their own financial independence, become a product of the product, and at the same time, they can help expand you as your as a financial concierge with the idea that maybe conceptually later they want to become a financial concierge, and that's fine. Okay. But they don't have to do anything particular to earn it. They don't have to climb tiers. They don't have to bring in more production. They don't got to recruit more people. That's not what we're talking about. They need to spread a message and they need to help you fulfill the benefits of that message at the end of the day. So really, that's what we're talking about here. Um, and I close with this for you. You know, Walt Disney always said the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. We spend a lot of time in this industry. Let's be honest. We spend a lot of time talking and very little doing. And it's one of the reasons why no one in the history of our industry going on, I don't know, let's say 175 years. It could be give or take. That could be too old, or it could be somewhere in the range 150, 175. But let's be honest, the greatest common factor in this industry over all that time has been the lack of agent retention. It has been the inability to actually build a career and keep an agent fruitfully and comfortably moving along in this career. All right. Now, I myself have been in this career for 44 years, so I think I do have a little bit to offer from that perspective. I think I've seen pretty much most of what you could see. Um, from the early 1980s, from some say 1980 till now. Okay, I think that's a pretty good track record, pretty reflective of all the changes that I've watched in this industry. But the one thing I've seen, the one thing that probably is the greatest, um, holy grail, if someone could find it, would be agent retention. The ability to bring in an agent, bring in 10 agents and keep all 10 for 15 or 20 years. It would be magnificent. Okay. And I know there has to be a way to do that. I know it. I just know it in my heart. But I don't think the industry is really concerned about it. But now, as we age, my generation of agents is aging, and there's only about 11% in the industry between the ages of 20 and 30. Between the ages of 30 and 40 is about another 15%. Okay, so that only makes up about 26% of the entire agency force. So after that, almost the rest of the agency force is all over age 45 and older. And a good deal of that are people who are 55 and older, even 65 and older. So it's a magnificent career, magnificent industry, but there's a lot of misinformation and there's a lot of misdirection. And I would like to work with some people who would like to get themselves beyond that. So you can reach me. There's my contact info. Okay. Go out to the middleclassmillionaireplan.com, download the book, read the book, see what we're about, see what I'm talking about as far as becoming a financial concierge, as far as rebranding yourself and differentiating yourself. And I'm here every step of the way. So whether I find one person or whether I find 10 or whether I even find 100 who want to change the direction and the course and the pathway of their career, whether you be a person that's thinking about the career, wants to get licensed, or you're a person who is in the career, struggling and been having a hard time, or maybe considering leaving the career because of some of the misinformation, some of the poor coaching, some of the poor training, um, call me. Call me because we do have a pathway. We're not an agency, not going to create a new IMO or an agency or any of that nature. Got relationships, got plenty of relationships in this industry, good relationships, honest, square, straightforward people who do what they say what they say, and at the end of the day, do not overpromise and underdeliver. So I think the middle class millionaire plan is a fantastic message. I think it's a wonderful direction, and I want to expand it. So if you're ready, just give me a holler. I'll explain to you what's involved in becoming a financial concierge. Thank you so much. You have a magnificent day and best wishes in your career.